Alright, what's in store for us today then? Which dungeon are we going to today? What's on the agenda? Where are we dropping? We going to Tilted Towers? I can't believe that's a reference I just made. Okay, what do you have in the shop, Kekleon, before we decide to go anywhere? What do you have? Whoops, I don't want your apples. I'm not interested. There's another invitation. Sure, I'll buy another tiny reviver seed. Is what I'll do. And maybe I'll decide where we're going first before I manage storage. Let's see. There's nothing that I need there. Also, off camera, for like the past 2 days, in-game days, for the past 2 in-game days off camera, Blizzard has appeared in the Purple Kekleon shop back to back. So I think I now have 2 Blizzard TMs in storage. So, you know, that's a bit crazy there. Maybe we should go to Desert Region. We've got 6 there. This one's 30 floors. I'll probably try to be more properly prepared for that. The one we just did was 13. This one's 20, so it's a bit more. I should try to come in a little bit better prepared. Is what I should do. My goodness, I got so many muns from those missions. Oh, sweet, a tiny reviver seed. Thank you. I appreciate it. Alright, store stuff. I don't need this many apples. I would still like a few, though. Don't need that many ethers. I'll take the 1 max elixir. Emergency pecha berries, sure. Sure, I'll take 4 tiny reviver seeds. I'll take that all. Yeah. Let's do that. What else might I need? Am I forgetting things that I might need to take along? I've got reviver seeds, I've got a whole bunch of stuff just in case of emergencies. I don't think I'm forgetting anything that I might need to go to a 20 floor dungeon. Like, I could take out another apple just that we're stocked up. I have 58 apples! My goodness. Like, is there anything else that I might actually want here? I've got a bunch of accuracy drinks. I could boost up Blizzard even more. Let's boost it up by like 2 or something. That's what we could do. I could take 1 revive all orb just in case. There. There we go. Just, oi, sort the items, I say. There we go. Nice, nice. I'll just use those accuracy drinks right when we get it. Wait, do I have 2 revive all orbs now? Oh, I do. I don't think I need 2. I just 1 should be enough. I forgot I had 1 in my inventory already. Alright, let's have a look at the job bulletin board, see what else we've got here. I love how many missions you can take at once. That is so good. There's some more of the post-game ones here. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have so many in Wyvern Hill. Oh, we'll get another for Desert Region right before we go there. Fantastic. So, how many do I have for Wyvern Hill now, anyway? 14! Almost half. I'm literally 1 away from half of the floors being jobs. My goodness. And we have 7 in Desert Region now. Well, I think that's where we're going to be going this time. How about? Yes. Let's go with the squad through the Desert Region. This is what we'll do. Desert Region, the 1st floor. Oh, that's a Shedinja. That'd be a Shedinja right there. Ice Beam isn't super effective against it. Isn't it Bug and Ghost? Is Bug not weak to ice? I could have sworn. What the heck is happening? What just happened? Did Sanchu just take out, like, a random enemy? Are they fighting each other now? What? I'm so confused. What just happened? Anyway, in the last dungeon that we tackled... Oh, there's a Whooper. In the last dungeon that we tackled, I talked about my summer job 2 summers ago. They're taking out the Shedinjas. What? Why does everybody hate the Shedinjas around here? What the heck? Yo, you had to use Blizzard from that range? Really? Great. Great, man. Where's this fainted Pokemon at? Where is it at? Anyway, I was talking in the last dungeon about my summer job 2 summers ago. So how about this time we talk about something else with my summer job this past summer, or like 1 year ago, almost exactly, considering it's about to be my 4 months summer for this university semester as well, relatively soon here. Well, jeez, how many? Stop! We're down a whole bunch of uses of that already. My goodness. Anyway, so when it came to my job 2 summers ago, I was basically just put in the position so they'd have more time to find somebody to put into that position that would actually be like there more permanently, was the idea. And I'm pretty sure they did find somebody there for that, so I couldn't exactly go back into that since I'd already been replaced and such. So I was looking around for some other jobs, and I heard that a place that my cousin was working at was hiring. And apparently it was supposed to be like a really high in demand job. It was in an IT position. They were only hiring 2 summer students, and one of the other summer student who got hired was the boss's son, so I wound up being really lucky there. It was an IT field, so it was... Hi, Tangela. So it was basically a company that does IT work for other companies. So I got to work all over the place, and it was actually really, really neat. No, I don't want to escape from the dungeon. Like, my first couple weeks being spent of, like, trading and such, just shadowing and watching other people do work so that I'd be able to learn and stuff. My first couple of weeks were at casinos across the city, which was interesting, and I'd never been in a casino before, and turns out they are very, very bright and flashy. As one would expect, I suppose. But it was definitely really interesting, and hi Shedinja. And it was really interesting interacting with the staff and people in that kind of environment. So I had a couple weeks that I was working in casinos there. I had several weeks actually that I was working like just behind a desk at the office. And what the heck is happening over here? What is happening? Oi! Oh, the first 2 both missed, but then second attack they all hit, huh? Well, this can connect. That can connect there, huh? But yeah, so there was a decent while that I was working behind a help desk. They were planning on having me answer calls to help solve problems as well, but eventually they just decided that, like, okay, maybe we won't have them on calls. So my job for a while just became responding to emails that people were sending in about problems, with me basically asking, are you still having this problem? Contact us back if you're still having this problem, or else we'll close this ticket after a few more contact attempts, essentially. Like, that was the jobs that they gave me when they had nothing else to give me, was that kind of thing. And there were only so many reminder emails that I could be sending out at once a day. So, but they like always wanted me to be able to come in to actually be able to put hours in. So there would be some days that I'd just come in and like read several support tickets. Hey, look, another Heracross. Like, I'd send out what emails I could, and then I'd just be like reviewing the tickets, trying to study, like reading the full cases, seeing what the process is behind helping them and stuff like that by observing this. And I would start getting really sleepy because I would just be reading the same thing over and over again because I'd still have no additional work sometimes. So they started trying to find me like any other jobs that they could. So I'd be at my desk and somebody would come up to me like, hey, want to help clean out the storage room? And I'd be like, heck yes, get me in there, you know? Heracross has got another level up. So I wound up doing a whole bunch of jobs around the office there. Heck yeah, pin missile. Absolutely. But what to forget? It's all so good. Jeez, you can learn 4 multi-hits. Do I want another multi-hit or do I want brutal swing? Like, this one's just in front. This one is just in front too. Heracross can learn 4 multi-hits. I really need to give Heracross that a rare quality that makes them always hit. Brutal swing or 4 multi-hits? That is the question. This is a stab move. Brutal Swing isn't. Fury Attack isn't a stab move either. Now we can relearn Fury Attack later. Because Brutal Swing is very nice for being able to cut corners and such. And just its mobility. Anyway, oh, look, another Trapinch. So that was the kind of stuff that they gave me when they had, like, nothing else to give me. But there were actually quite a few interesting projects that I was assigned to. Like, what the? Is there someone in here? What? How was I not hitting it with a blizzard? My goodness. But yeah, like I said, one of the projects that I was on was at casinos, which is pretty interesting. Another one of the more interesting projects that I was on was actually for the... There was a couple projects that were actually for the government of my province here. One of them was wiping the election laptops that are actually used in Ontario, which is on the other side of the country. Nidoking. But just like completely wiping them of everything. I can't. What? Yeah, Brutal Swing's kind of nice there. And so I believe we had 1,808 total, I believe it was, laptops that we just had to completely wipe and make like they're brand new, essentially. And turns out doing that, completely wiping the data, takes quite a while, because there's resetting it so it's like a new laptop that wouldn't take too long as is, and then there's completely resetting and wiping all the data. So for those who don't know, whenever you delete something on a computer, it's not actually deleted. The computer just starts to think that it's not there. Like, it still exists in the same place that it was. And the next time that you save something that would go to that same address, it's just written over top of. So there have been cases where people have, like, stolen laptops and deleted everything on it and tried to make it their own. And police have recovered it and then been able to recover some of the files that were on before. Like, what... Sometimes it can be weird glitchy messes because they've started to be like written over and stuff like that, just because as far as the computer's aware, it just forgets that thing exists there and then it's written over top of. But anyway, because these election computers contain sensitive information, they needed to be completely wiped, not just have stuff be deleted and still exist in memory that can be recovered potentially. So how you truly wipe it is by setting, like, if all the data on a computer is zeros and ones, then that's just switching every single one in data to a zero, just flipping it all off to like truly wipe everything. Oh, I don't have to attack you because you're not awake. Okay. Okay then. So doing that takes like an hour and a half for each computer, like maybe a little bit less, but for those computers which were like not too fancy of computers, another Hitmontop wants to join me. Squad up, sweet. They definitely took quite a while there. And we started getting pretty efficient at setting up these laptops, but it would take so long to actually... What the heck? What the heck is happening? There's a pseudo-wudo. Nice misses. Anyway, we would have basically spurts of work of setting up a whole bunch of laptops, but then we'd just be waiting around, waiting for it to finish. I think I can't keep you. Yeah, maybe I'll get rid of you then, since I already have a couple Hitmontops, and they have rare qualities, and you don't. And we started getting real, like, I was working with 3 others, and originally we each had our own stations that we were working on individually, but then we just started working on the whole thing at once. On each table, we would have 8 laptops set up on each one of these rectangular tables. There would be a power bar, and we'd plug in and set up 8 laptops per table, 4 on either side. And it used to be like 4 facing this way, 4 facing that way, so you'd have to go on either sides of the table. But then we just started setting them up so that they're all facing the same way, so that we'd start setting up the computers being like, all right, set that one up to reset this, set that one up to reset, set this one up to reset, set that one up to reset. So whenever we were done with a computer, essentially, or done with a batch of computers, I should say, and moved on to the next, it was a lot of work all at once, considering we had to load up all the finished ones back into the cases, make sure their IDs all match up, sort them out, and grab the next batch of computers there, jot down their IDs, stuff like that, set them all up, open them all up, do this thing that you have to do to get them to completely reset. How many reviver seeds do I have left? I have 2 left at the moment. Oh yeah, those accuracy drinks. I forgot about those. I forgot. Yeah, I should probably use this here. This is what I probably should do so that we don't wind up wasting any more reviver seeds. So it would be a lot of work all at once, but then the computers would take like an hour and a half to reset themselves. So it was a whole lot of just waiting around, which was like so chill. It was like one of the most easygoing jobs I've ever worked because of that. Just because it was so much just chill and waiting around. Well, there goes one of my trap pinches, whatever. I only have 2 more reviver seeds. Aw, crap. But with the amount of tables that we had set up, with 8 laptops per table, we managed to put up 10 tables at once that were going. The only reason why we couldn't do more is because I'm pretty sure they ran out of tables to give us, was the thing. So despite how much sitting around we were doing in that job, we were basically working as fast as could be. And the project was supposed to take us like a month and a week was what they projected. We finished it in like a week and 2 days in that time. And most of it was just like sitting around and chilling, which was really, really cool. And the company even winded up thanking us for that with some gift cards, which was really nice of them. Yeah, let's say goodbye to that trap inch there. Bring Nido Queen along here. Do I want to eradicate? Wait a second, this is the job that I had. I was confused. I thought that was a fainted Pokemon at first. But yeah, so during that time, I started bringing my laptop and I started working on digital art stuff, like my stream starting soon screen and stuff like that. This screen right here, I drew this during that job over the past week of that, on and off. Most of this drawing right here, which is a drawing of my desk setup here, essentially. Like if I grab my camera here, that's a drawing of this setup right here, of this all, essentially, that I use for my starting soon screen, my be right back screen, and my ending screen for whenever I'm streaming on Twitch. By the way, you should totally go, wait, how do I switch layouts? There we go. You should totally go follow me on Twitch because I stream a whole bunch and it's like cool and stuff. I'm sucking at advertising my own stuff. Anyway, these screens here, I drew that mostly during that time there by bringing my laptop in. And after a few days of that, I started noticing that a lot of my coworkers there seemed kind of bored with how much waiting around there was. So I asked if I should bring my Switch in, and they were like, sure. And I started bringing in my Switch, and we started playing Bomberman. Like, anybody who hasn't played Super Bomberman R on the Switch, it's a pretty fun game. Bomberman in general is just a super fun game. And they'd never played Bomberman before, but it's one of those games that's so simple that anybody can play it and just have fun. So, is happening over there? So it wound up being a really good time. So we'd have like the little Joy-Con halves. We'd set up my Switch that I'm currently playing this on the tables there while we were waiting for the computers to reset themselves, and we'd just be playing Bomberman and like pushing each other and getting all hyped up about placing these bombs down and stuff. I don't think I can take anymore, can I? Yeah, I can't. And my other ones have rare qualities and you don't, so I guess I'm gonna say goodbye to you. It was really fun there. The other job that I was working for the government for a little while was actually one of the most educational jobs that I've ever worked. We were working in a data center that they were actually moving. They were like, okay, this data center's been here a long time, but we want to move it to another building. So we were in this super loud, like super large room that was just like endless cabinets of servers that they had running for this and other buildings. And our job was just to take down everything, just dismantle it all of the intricacy and stuff like that. So me and the other summer student were working on that with a guy that was basically guiding us and showing us how to do all that. But it was actually really cool being able to interact hands-on with a data center like that. Like, it was a really cool opportunity. And let's use Brutal Swing there. It was actually a whole lot of fun. like, it was really loud for one, because data centers are, you know, there's a lot of fan noise. And it was really interesting, whenever we had to mess around with any of the cabling, all the cabling was under the floor there. And the floors were like these little tiles that you'd be able to take off and mess around with the cabling of, with only about yay much space between the floor that you were on and like the actual ground of the floor. That was, like, I shouldn't say ground when it's 28 floors up, but, no, let's keep on exploring here. But like the bottom of the floor itself there. And what we had is we had a tool to pick up the floor tile since it was almost completely flat floor. We had this little handle thing that had 2 suction cups on it, and you basically stick it to the floor and then pick it up and the tile would come with it, and then you'd be able to like get underneath with all the cabling there and start basically unplugging everything. How is it not reaching that other ball toy? I want a refund. But yeah, so it was pretty interesting to go into this data center and having the job be, you see all this intricately set up crazy stuff here? Take it all apart. Just dismantle all of it, because we're moving it. And like, setting up most of it in other places was left mostly to other people, but part of it was moved to another place that was just like a couple streets down. Oh my. Do you have a rare quality, maybe? Nope. Guess not. So most of it was sent to a completely new place for a data center, but part of it that they were originally just going to scrap and recycle was brought to another data center that was used by another government building just a couple streets down. So these massive data cabinets these massive cabinets for this data center, is that a Meowth? Hi. Hi, Meowth. These massive cabinets that are supposed to hold like shelves and shelves of servers and stuff like that. Well, they don't all have servers, but server equipment, I should say, and stuff for a lot of them. Alright, maybe I'll get rid of one of my Hitmontops or something. Is what I could do. I don't need the blast control one, I don't think. But these massive cabinets on wheels here, which were really heavy, and are these massive metal square cabinets, were just like rolling down the sidewalk downtown and like taking across the streets and stuff like that, pressing the crosswalk button, going across the street with these cabinets, and basically piece by piece hauling over parts of this data center down a couple streets to another place. It was certainly something there. People driving by were giving us looks like, what the heck are they doing? Either the floor golem is cool. Bring Gligar to Golem's side. Okay, will do. I can do that. Quite nice that Trapinch has Earth Power. As per to nice, I must say. Uh-oh. Gravity has become stronger. Oh, dang it. Just pressure. Yes. Dusclops is taken out. But yeah, out of all the jobs that I worked while I was working for this IT company, out of all the, like, projects that I was working on, that was probably the most interesting and definitely the most educational there for sure. And like the data centers have to be really secure because of all how important stuff going on in there is. So when you get up to the top floor, which is only the data center of this building, the thing that we had to dismantle, yoink, I'll take that, thank you very much. I'll take that there. Once you get to the top floor, which is only that now, let's make it to the end of the dungeon, is what we'll do. Let's keep on exploring. When you get up to the top floor, it's just like a very short hallway that's only like a few meters long, and that's it. And to actually enter the data center itself, there's a set of basically double doors, like double glass doors, where it's like scan your ID thing, go through the first door, then you have to make that door close, and then you have to type in the passcode for the second door, and then you can open the second door, and then you get in, like one of those kinds of things. It's like, wow, I'm working with some real confidential stuff here, it's so cool. Hey Gligar, you want to come along? Do I really want Gligar along? Nah, whatever. But yeah, it was really fascinating to be working in that environment there, and for the job to be take it all apart. definitely quite interesting there. The project that I wound up spending the most time on, oh my goodness, could you please not? My, oh my. The project that I wound up spending the most time on was actually for, whoa, for a construction company, SMS. And the job there was basically setting up computers for, for them to be using. So that was just done in the actual offices themselves, which was actually a really cool place to work. It was on the 27th and 28th floor of this skyscraper, so you'd like look out the window and just see like the whole city. It was really cool. Like you'd go up the elevator to go to work and your ears would pop every time, or at least mine would. It was really neat there. But that was basically the project that they assigned me on. There was 2 guys on it already. They basically just added me to the crew there because they had like no other work for me to be doing at the time there, so they just kind of gave me to that project. And as it turned out, I actually wound up helping there a whole lot, as from what it sounds like. Now let's eat the regular apple. There's only a couple floors left. It's a 20-floor dungeon after all. Don't worry, it's fine. Go away, Sand Slash. Double Ice Beam, nice. But yeah, so that was mostly just like, I have a set of instructions for applications to put on all these computers. Well, that sure sucks. I kind of want to keep that Meowth. I'm pretty sure that's my last Reviver Seed. I do have a Revive All Orb, I think. Oh yeah, accuracy drinks. I forgot to drink these. Let's do that before I forget. Yeah, it was actually really cool. The 2 people that I was working with there, we wound up chatting about all sorts of fun things, even some gaming related stuff, even talking about the Switch here and there a decent bit. Dang it. Blizzard. No. Rut-row, man. But yeah, it was mostly pretty chill doing that. There were some interesting things that happened along the way. Like, as I was setting up all these computers, they started getting really noisy, so I started muting them as I was working on them. And eventually, I was told, hey, like, stop muting the computers, or at least unmute them at the very minimum when you're done working on them. Because oh my goodness, Absol's about to go down. Because we keep getting calls from people saying that their audio's broken. With them, you know, not realizing that... Oh my. Oh my. That, you know, it was just muted. But yeah, it really goes to show that there's a lot of people out there who are not very tech savvy, I suppose. Nice. But yeah, you hear some interesting things when working in IT like that. Like, stop muting the computers, because people say that their audio is broken if you do. Dang. Okay, hair across then. Yeah, I think it's a good thing that I kept Brutal Swing instead of just having 4 multi-hit moves. I think that was probably a good idea. What is going on over there? Yes, I would love to go on. Okay, we made it. Phew. Do I have enough space to pick up all that stuff? I have 3 spaces. There's 5 things over there. I'll eat 2 plain seeds, I guess. Is what we'll do. But yeah, anyway, I just realized now when I was talking about originally getting that job, how I lucked out. I never properly finished that line of thought there. It was, oh, I guess I didn't have to do that. Golden Fossil. And Golden Spike. I lucked out because I got referred by a cousin of mine who was able to put in a good word for me. So it was really nice that I was able to get that position there. Now, this semester is about to wrap up, and they did kind of imply last year that I might be able to come back to that job again, but like, that's probably not gonna happen because of the whole coronavirus lockdown thing going on. Like, they never directly said that I could come back, but they implied it with saying things like, oh, I'll be sure to have better projects for you next year. Like, stuff like that, where it implies that I'd be able to come back, which could have been really cool if that wound up working out, but because of the whole coronavirus lockdown, I don't think I'm going to be able to work there full time. So I think I've mentioned it during this series already, several episodes ago. I don't remember, but just in case I haven't, this summer, which is about to start for me relatively soon here, with this university semester wrapping up, since it'll be May until August, I'm going to be working on content creation full-time, because I have no other job that I can be doing during that time, because the world is on lockdown from coronavirus, and everybody's just supposed to work from home. So, you know. Level 37 Meowth. Come along, Meowth. One of the starter Pokemon. Cool. Usually I have my camera off during this. Do I want to turn that off? Wow, Tangela looks weird. But I'm okay with it. Yes, let's get lots of points. Let's get lots of points there. So many jobs at once. What does Cover Band do? Is that the one where you, like, cover a hit for an ally or something like that? Anyway, so yeah, I guess last episode I talked about my summer job 2 years ago. I just wound up getting onto that subject after I wound up being reminded of it. And then this episode I got to talk about my summer job last summer. And my summer job this summer is gonna be this. Well, not this. I'm gonna be spending more time on making high quality videos with like a lot of editing time into it, like my Pokemon Mystery Dungeon discussion video that most people lately have discovered my channel through, among other editing projects that I want to work on. That's where a lot of my time is gonna be spent. So like, not necessarily this recording episodes. I'll still be doing that, but I'll be doing a whole lot more other projects as well along the way. Jeez, so many points. So many at once. So many jobs done. Getting a whole bunch of cool rewards along the way. But yeah, honestly, I do actually really look forward to getting into full-time content creation for the summer and seeing where it goes and seeing how far I can, you know, how far I can go with it and see what kind of projects I can get done during that time that can be added to like this slew of content available on the channel that I can, you know, be proud of or something. I don't know.